One Question is brought to you by Turnkey Search, a top industry search firm since 1996. So we are exactly 31 days away from the kickoff of the college football season. What are some overall trends that you think we may see in the 2017 campaign?
Well, just in general, we're in a very interesting 90s cycle in fashion, that also lends nicely to the collegiate license space. There's what they've called for the last couple of years a normcore trend, which really, plays nicely into core basic brands like Champion, but also lifestyle looks from Adidas and Nike, and certainly some of the premium and vintage fabrics and looks that you'll see. There's a variety of new uniform introductions that we've seen that will help drive business. And I think the women's business is continuing to grow with strong feminine looks, feminine graphics, and fashion colors dominating. So a lot of great trends that I think will help drive business as we head back into college football season.
I feel like we've been talking about and reading about the trend with female apparel and merchandise for the last couple of years, and now we have athleisure wear on the scene. Is there something out there, say 5 to 10 years down the road, that you or your peers have already identified and really have your eye on from a macro trend standpoint?
Well, I think it'll be the evolution of athleisure and seeing where that blends with all the lifestyle and core looks that we're seeing today. It's really unique with all of the technology and fabrics and performance. It's really interesting that we're in this sort of basic throwback cycle at the same time. So I think it is the blending of lifestyle with performance that has led people to the athleisure look. So I think it'll just be a continued evolution of that, but certainly something that we'll all keep a close eye on.
And then to close, Chad, how do you see the continued Amazonization or digital sales platforms of apparel and merchandise impacting your traditional big box retailers like a Dick's Sporting Goods or an Academy, but even further down the line, or maybe further up the chain in the ecosystem, the Macy's of the worlds and the JCPenney's of the worlds and the Nordstroms of the worlds? Will they continue to lose share to online outlets, you think?
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. I mean, the retail brick and mortar business is very tough right now. It's extremely important for retailers to adapt to the omnichannel marketplace as it is. The consumer is moving rapidly in that direction and really expects to be able to shop and research on any device, anywhere, at any time. And the retailers who don't, integrate their e-commerce and their brick and mortar solution will ultimately fail. And I do think that there are some strong retailers out there that are adapting, and that's something that's critical to our business. But certainly, Fanatics and Amazon will continue to be leaders in the space, but there are others that I think can step up. And ultimately, it's about the consumer and understanding their behavior and adapting, to the digital environment and the omnichannel world.
Yeah, I should have certainly mentioned Fanatics within that question as such a leading brand in this space. The one dynamic that fascinates me with Amazon and Fanatics and others is the one-day shipping and same-day shipping, if you will. And in the marketplace, just in the Midwest of a city like Louisville, Kentucky, where I am, I find it incredible that I can order something at noon and it can be on my doorstep at 6 p.m. Is that a massive kind of change agent or differentiator in the online sales space in your view?
Definitely. I mean, I think that's the approach that obviously Amazon led with. Fanatics is also has warehouses across the country and can deliver product quickly. So I think that's the expectation. As I mentioned, the customer is advancing and adapting to that very quickly, and that becomes an expectation. So that's why it's important for traditional retailers to follow that lead. But also, what's critically important is the consumer still like to shop in store, but those retailers need to create an experience that makes it interesting, that they can find products that they can't find anywhere else. They need to differentiate their assortments. They need to be able to, if they're out of stock in the store, quickly be able to ship it direct to customer, via their device or an iPad in the store. So there's a lot of people that are already doing it. If you look at how millennials, and especially now as Generation Z becomes influential in the college space, there is an expectation that it will be an omni-channel environment, but there is still an interest in shopping. It just needs to be with an experience.
And that's today's One Question, brought to you by Turnkey Search, a top industry search firm since 1996. One Question is designed to give D1 Ticker subscribers valuable insights on how executive leaders in college athletics think about key issues on their respective campuses, in their departments, or within their leagues and conferences. One Question is brought to you by Turnkey Search, a top industry search firm since 1996.